Oh my God, let's wake up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. We're 500 feet above the streets of New York City as the sun comes up behind me, although it looks a bit cloudy today. Looks like we're dealing with some clouds here in New York City. With that, I say, oh, damn, look at this right off the bat. Could be a good morning. Michelle giving me a super sticker. Man, Michelle, thank you very, very much. First cheers goes right to you. I don't have to look any further. Thank you, Michelle. Hope you have a wonderful, it might as well be Friday, right? Yes. Cheers to you. Thank you, Michelle. Who else we got? We got Chris Cooper. We got Robert Spahn. Good morning. Oppenheimer. Good morning. Right back to you, Robert Spahn. We got the honky tonk. Tennessee checking in. What is Michelle saying after her super sticker? He's up. He was just in our chat room. Now we wait. LOL. Morning, honky tonk. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a little behind. Yes. All right. Morning to royalty. We got Play Carlin's extended list of dirty words to start our Thursday. Are you kidding me? That would get me in a lot of trouble. I would love to do that, actually, but the one thing I'll say that I miss about Sirius XM satellite radio on your radio dial is the fact that you could say any damn word you want. You could talk about anything you want. These social media platforms are a bit on the sensitive side, especially you, TikTok. I made fun of Joe Biden falling asleep at some Hawaiian thing, after the wildfires. And they took down my video. I'm like, I'm just making fun of the fact that he's sleeping. Oh, they couldn't handle it. You couldn't handle it, TikTok. Good morning, John Quartz. How are you? We got the Lady Di checking in. We got the, hey, Gail, what's going on, man? We got Matt Davis. Oh, my God, I know all these people from this. Joe Lawless, how are you? Joseph, what's up, John? David Turner, Greg Buell from Michigan. Good morning, Open Squad. Hopefully see you at Get Parts today. Yeah, Greg Buell. He works with robots and the AI tech. Wait, do you work AI? I'm not sure if you work AI. I need some pointers on the AI. I use the Chat GPT a little bit. You would know this if you're looking at the descriptions of my YouTube videos lately. But Greg Buell's in town. We might have a beer later on at Get Parts. I got to see how the day goes, though, Greg Buell. I would love to meet you. We'll see what happens. Scott Watson, good morning. Opie and all, good morning. Matthew, how are you? I have to apologize. An apology coming in. Morning, Opie. I have to apologize. That stupid call I bitched about. They were pranking you guys. You figured them out and called them on it a few days later. All right. No problem, Matthew. I have no idea what you're talking about. Obviously, you're talking about something from the Opie and Anthony days, I believe. Good morning, Sir Hughes from Paris, France. Ho, 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 ho. Your Wembanyama is just okay so far in his rookie season with the San Antonio Spurs. The Knicks kicked the Spurs' ass last night. And Wembanyama, his debut at Madison Square Garden was a bust. 39 years ago, Michael Jordan's debut at the Fine Garden was not a bust. He scored something like 33 points. It was his 7th NBA game. This Michael Jordan, who's the greatest player of all time. Shut up, LeBron James. We're not listening to you today. And he had one of his iconic dunks. That was his first appearance at the Garden. But Wembanyama, who's supposed to, just change the entire NBA. I mean, you got to give him a break, though. He's only 19 years old, but he stunk. He stunk at the Garden last night. Good morning from Green Bay, Wisconsin. What's up, Peter Tanner? How are you, buddy? Cheers to you. I don't know who you are, but you look new, so might as well welcome you with a nice cheers for my cup of coffee. First cup of coffee in the morning. Cup of coffee in the big time. That's for you, TikTok. Oh, really fast. Let me start with something a little different. Just dropped another episode of my second podcast. My second podcast is called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. It's just comedy clips, funny clips. Lots and lots of laughs, fast moving. The episodes are barely 20 minutes long. 20 to 25 minutes long is my wheelhouse. And I got a quick clip that I want to play for everybody. So maybe this will turn some people onto the podcast. You never know. We'll see what happens. But this clip is simple. It's the hardest I've laughed on a podcast with my friend Carl Ruiz from my second podcast, Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. Get it wherever you get your podcasts. This is quick. Listen to this.
Out working one night, and I got home off a gig early, and our place where we lived, the television, somebody rings the bell downstairs, to get in the building, and you could turn to this channel on the TV, right, and you'd be able to see who was at the door. So I sometimes, for fun, would just kind of go up and down the dials just to see who's walking by the TV or the door, and I'm doing that, and I catch her and this guy right on the thing, and then the two of them just start making out right in front of my fucking door.
Wow!
So
how hard did you get?
I would. I walked right into that one.
You dead, man. You dead. Go check him. He's dead. I don't even want to look around right now. You're dead. My man is dead. And there they were. How hard you get? Boom, 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 boom.
That will never not make me laugh. The great Carl Ruiz, who's no longer with us, but that's a clip from my second podcast. I still do the original podcast, but I now have a second podcast called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie, and that's the first clip on the latest episode. I really hope you give it a try. I hope you subscribe, download a few episodes, and listen to them. All right, I want to try to build that because it's a lot of fun to do. It's very different than most of the podcasts out there. Just trying to have fun and just quick and easy, no long discussions. Just get to the really, really funny moments. And a lot of those funny moments are from my original podcast. All right, enough of that. Wayne Buackins, what's going on, man? How are you? Chris Cooper, so funny. Thank you. Eric, thank you with all the laugh emojis. Robert Spahn, thank you very much. Carl's laugh is amazing. Oh, my God. Carl is missed every single day. TikTok, do you even know who Carl Ruiz is? Do you? Probably not. Cheers. I don't know why I'm so combative with TikTok. It's not your problem. The problem I have is with the people that run the TikTok and yank you off live feeds for doing silly, stupid stuff. I made a joke about Howard Stern once where I was talking about how he might want to, I don't know. I think, well, see, I'm scared to even say it again because they yanked me from my live stream for saying that he might have something in common with Bruce Jenner. Yank! Oh, my God. Good morning from South Carolina. What's up, Dwight Phipps? How are you? Carl was awesome. Hell to the yeah. Good morning. Pass the marmalade, please. Little Penny checking in. I like to see that. Oh, man, Carl, he was going places. Yes, he was. 2 weeks from Thanksgiving. We got 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. This year is just flying by. We're just flying through the holidays now. Hope you got some good plans for the Thanksgiving. I got plans. My plan is not to have turkey. When you come to my house for all right, we'll have a turkey for the traditionalists out there. Here's your turkey. And I'm going to have a nice roast for everybody else. That's what I do. That's what I do. Tub of Goo is now 11 assists from passing Tony Parker for 19th place all-time NBA's career assist list with 7,026. You're talking about James Harden, Robert Spahn. Good old James Harden is now on the Los Angeles Clippers. The team hasn't won a game since he joined the team. The best tweet I saw about the James Harden Los Angeles Clippers trade was from my dear old friend Brad Williams. I got to get Brad on this live stream. Brad Williams is a hilarious comic. Yeah, he's a little person, but that doesn't matter. He's just a hilarious comic. And everyone was excited in LA when James Harden was traded to the Clippers, and Brad Williams basically said that they are the odds-on favorites to win the 2014 NBA championship. That tweet was brilliant and perfect. You're not winning. All right. You're not winning any championships with James Harden. We'll go through this again. I have no problem doing this. James Harden was one of the great individual players to ever play in the NBA, but he doesn't have the heart of a champion, and that's why he's going to walk away with no championships. Unless, like, there's a charity thing where he jumps on a super team just before the playoffs and they win. That happens to some of these guys over the years. But James Harden doesn't win you championships. We all know that by now. And you want to know another guy that truly doesn't win you championships, even though they won one, and that would be Anthony Davis on the Los Angeles Lakers. They don't win championships with Anthony Davis because he also doesn't have the heart of a champion. LeBron James, not a big fan of his because of his bragging all the time. Like, LeBron, if you think you're so great, let everybody else say how great you are. Stop with I'm the chosen one. Shut up. But with that said, LeBron James definitely has the heart of a champion, and he's stuck with Anthony Davis that simply doesn't. He doesn't have that heart of a champion. And I know they won a championship in the bubble, but not many people take that championship seriously, that's for sure. And the Lakers are not winning the championship once again this year. Nothing pleases me more than Carl's frustration with you when you would talk about what you cooked for dinner the night before. Hell yeah. Little inside to my and Carl's relationship. Good morning from Roslyn. Good old Roslyn. What's up, Sarah? How are you? Wow, Scott Nelly. Wow. That's not cool. If I said that word, TikTok would yank me, right? TikTok? He was using the M word for the little people. That used to be acceptable, but it's not acceptable anymore. Although Brad Williams says it's acceptable. What does Brad know? He's only a little person. He says that word doesn't bother him. But every group has to have a word, don't they? Every person has a word now that you're not allowed to say. We're heading closer and closer to World War III, but there's a whole list of words we're not allowed to say because every group has their word. And if you say their word, are they going to come for you? Let's worry about words. That's what we should do as the whole world is getting scarier and scarier by the day. Oh, my God. Good morning, sir, from middle of nowhere, Nevada. Oh, Nevada. What's up, Nevada? You know what I like about Las Vegas? I'll tell you what I like about Las Vegas. Getting off the strip, you go 1 or 2 blocks the wrong way, and you are in the shit. You want to do some of that people watching. You're like, oh, my God. That's why they try to, build those hotels bigger and wider. They're basically making a wall in Vegas so you don't see the other stuff. But, man, you walk off the strip a couple blocks, and it is a whole different world, a whole new world. And that's why how tall can we make this? They're building their own wall in Las Vegas. That's for sure. It's Phil Collins. Holy yes. I don't know what that means. And then we got an Alabama man coming in on the TikTok. All right. But I was going to say I like the Vegas. I don't like the Vegas. I'm not a big gambler. I don't like the Vegas. I don't like casinos in general. Know why I don't like casinos in general? Because you can't sit anywhere. They've made it impossible to sit at a casino because they want you sitting in front of a machine or a dealer. But if you just want to sit and take a moment, there's nowhere to sit. Because they're like, well, let's have all the seats in front of the slot machine. So, if they're sitting and resting, they're going to be like, oh, what the hell? Well, I might as well do a few levers. Next thing you know, you're 2,000 in the hole, and all you want to do is rest your stupid feet. That's why I hate casinos. Cheers. 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 Cheers, 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 cheers. Where the hell's the sun? No, here comes the sun today. I'm sorry. Speaking of Here Comes the Sun, the new Beatles song is just downright creepy, Here and Now. They should have, as the kids like to say, leave it alone. Hey, Paul, leave it alone. I guess the story goes John Lennon had a little something he put down on tape, and then for years they were trying to figure it out and make it into a Beatles song. And now with the AI technology, they were able to take out, the piano in the background, I think. And then Paul McCartney put it together, and they're promoting it as the last Beatles song. I don't know. I think George Harrison and John Lennon would have liked to had an opinion on that, a say in that. They probably would have been like, no, I think we did good. I don't think we need the last Beatles song. And it's just an all right song. It's nothing special. Paul McCartney, it's nothing special. I know you're still doing it. God bless you, but it's nothing special. And even the 18-minute documentary, nothing special. First of all, documentaries shouldn't be only 18 minutes. They should be a lot longer. If you can't do an hour documentary, then don't bother with your stupid documentary thing. There is a TV in the background. What is this? That's my laptop. It looks like Times Square, right? Oh my God, is he in Times Square? No, we're not at Times Square. Okay. And no, I didn't get a new place. This has been my place for way too long. The Stones' new music, then the Beatles have a new song, like the old days. Well, that's true. I haven't dipped into the new Rolling Stones record yet. I'm hearing good things about it. I'll definitely give it a spin on the Spotify. I like the Spotify. Royalty. Opie, speaking of basketball, what about Kareem Jabbar? One of the best or nothing special? Should we go more NBA basketball? I think I'd lose my audience when I talk basketball. But I'll tell you this much. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when I was growing up, was considered the greatest basketball player of all time, and there was no one really close to him. But the game changed in such a way that now they look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it's tough to say he was the greatest player of all time because now you got 7-foot centers. You got Kevin Durant. He's right around 7 foot. He brings the ball up. He could shoot threes. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, if he wasn't doing his sky hook, which is so antiquated now, or if he wasn't 5 feet from the basket, he was useless. But these players today, like Wembanyama, who's 7'12", he could shoot threes. He could bring up the ball. These big men, they could do everything now. But in Kareem's time, they were in the low post and they shot 3 to 4 footers and a little sky hook. So it makes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's legacy not as good anymore, unfortunately. I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, every once in a while, he would have to bring up the ball, right? He would bounce it like this. When he was dribbling the ball up the court, which was very, very rare, the ball would go 10 feet in the air. He couldn't dribble. He couldn't shoot threes. He wasn't good from the foul line. And I love the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but time's a bitch and made his game look antiquated. I mean, you look at Michael Jordan, his game still doesn't look antiquated. And he hasn't played in, I don't think Michael Jordan has played a game in close to 20 years, and his game still doesn't look antiquated. So that's the difference. All right? All right. Oh, thank you, Robert Horton. Yeah, I got 2 new things I'm trying. So I got the second podcast called Comedy Quick Hits. With Opie. Look for it in your podcast apps. New episode 4 popped today, and I really, really want to see the numbers go up. Go up. All right, please give it a try at least. If you hate it, you hate it. I don't give a crap, but at least try. So I got that. And then I'm doing Tuesdays at Gephardt's, and Robert Horton is a fan. Thank you, Robert Horton. I just put another episode of that out there. So those are the 2 new things I'm just trying in this new world of hustling. All right. And there's a playlist on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio. It's called See You Next Tuesday. That's the playlist. And it has all the Tuesdays at Gephardt's episodes. Thank you, Robert. Greatly appreciate people like you. At least your New York background is real. Ha ha. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Jack. Jack James. Ross Dogs, Broken Spirit. He's one of our regs. Opster. Please tell us any and all Pat Cooper memories. Please also F TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, F TikTok and Instagram. You're right. Thank you, Ross Dogs. We're down here, TikTok. This is where the real people are, down here. Although your video quality is lovely compared to what I got going on. Why am I so much brighter on the TikTok? All right. I mean, I've done the Pat Cooper memories recently. He was just a comedy killer. And what I mean by that, he would come in the room and just take everybody out. Pat Cooper had more energy than anyone, and he was quicker than anyone, and he was the funniest than anyone. The only one that came close, and I'm not sure if they ever did radio together, the people that know about the Opie and Anthony show way more than the Opie part of the Opie and Anthony show could tell me different. But I'm not sure if Patrice O'Neal and Pat Cooper were in the same studio at the same time. That would have been a heavyweight battle right there, a heavyweight battle. And then, like I said, over the years, he lived very close to me here in New York City. I would see him on the streets. And he had more energy than the people half his age walking around this city. Everyone else would be huffing and puffing, and Pat Cooper. He was always buying something because he was always cooking some Italian meal. And I would run into him, and with love, he would just beat the crap out of me for 2 minutes. I'd walk away like, was he serious or was he just trying to be funny? He's one of those guys, which I loved. And he is very, very missed. Very missed. He at the end of his career, because he literally quit on the Opie and Anthony show, he couldn't hear anymore. And I was like, come on. So we started shouting. He couldn't hear us, and he was still just destroying. Pat Cooper is missed. And thanks for the $5, Ross Dogs Broken Spirit. What have you done, TikTok? Did he hit the like? Did he do anything? Working hard over here for fivers and likes. Paul's obsessed with legacy and apologizing for being a jerk for 60 years. It's a weird heel turn. The Paul McCartney. You got to give it to the Paul McCartney, don't you think? I don't think we'd have music today if it wasn't for the Beatles figuring it out. Certainly they learned from the people that came before them. But the Beatles really. What the hell? Why is there a helicopter over the river today? Oh, 2 helicopters over the river. Hold on a minute. When they're hovering like that, I might have to move the whole operation to my left. 1 second. I'll be right back. Man, I don't know. They're hovering. We've had a lot of helicopters. I'll keep my eye on that. We got 2 helicopters just hovering over the river. We've had a lot of helicopters hovering above the skies of New York City lately. Oh my God, did I I did it again. My setup every morning is quite simple. I just have to go into settings and just, make sure that if you're holding a professional microphone, that the settings are right. So they're hearing you from your professional microphone and not the teeny weeny speaker on your MacBook. I did it again. I've been holding this for 20 minutes and it was useless. So hopefully you notice the jump in audio quality. Oh my God. Do I need a checklist to make sure I got everything right before I turn this on? You missed Gerald Ford. Well, that's weird. Well, that's a weird one. Oh, so, the Beatles and Paul McCartney. I mean, what is he apologizing for? He's, he changed everything. Him and John changed everything. But it's just weird that they took that John Lennon recording and try to turn it into a Beatles song. It's not a Beatles song if the other 2 guys can't officially collaborate with you, Paul and Ringo, who is, he's a nice guy, but how many people are like, I want to listen to all the Ringo Starr Beatles songs? No one does that. No one. You can't call it a Beatles song if the other 2 guys aren't collaborating because they're no longer with you. You could put it out and go, hey, John Lennon did this thing, and it might have been a Beatles song, but we're now going to just put it out. That's okay. Excuse me. And then I saw a video where like old Paul McCartney singing with the John Lennon and the Ringo Starr on this new song. And that's creepy. The whole thing is just creepy. Oh, I got a live star on my head. Thank you, whoever put the live star on my head. Kevin Durant is 6'10". John O'Reilly, man, let me tell you something about Kevin Durant and his 6'10". Most people know that Kevin Durant is actually 7 foot. But for whatever reason, Kevin Durant doesn't want to be in the stat sheets as a 7-footer. It's been a weird thing his entire career because people are like, he's not 6'10". He might be 7'1". But for whatever reason, he doesn't want to be listed at 7 foot tall. That is a fact, Jack. The people that study the NBA know that crap, all right? Opie, call Andy, Barney, and Aunt B and go home. Almost no one wants or believes you. Believes me in what there? Love Ukraine 777. All right. I don't know. But that's quite the slam. Saying call Andy, Barney, and Aunt B. Wow! I've never heard that one before. Good morning from the UK. What's up, Lisa Taylor? How are you? Good to see you. I will watch Get Parts when Steve Guttenberg is there. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. I will. I'll try to get the gut. I'll try to get the Guttenberg on my Tuesdays to Get Parts. I do see him a lot in the streets of New York. I finally posted a video of me running into Steve Guttenberg. It's like he's been in a lot of movies like Cocoon, Short Circuit, The Police Academy. It goes on and on. When someone says it goes on and on, that means they just forgot other movies that the person was in. But he's a very nice guy, and I posted a video on all my social media, me bumping into him. So there it is. One of my favorite roles. Fun fact, it was filmed in Canada. Thank you, Chris Cooper. What were you talking about, though? I don't know what you were talking about on that one. All right. Anthony's background is a green screen. Oh, that's what you're talking about? Oh, okay. I'm not keeping tabs on Anthony. I wish him the best. I know he's recovering. I hear he's recovering nicely from a pretty serious operation, heart thing. Let him talk about what it was all about. And I also, someone told me recently that he's looking to do a new show by Thanksgiving, I think. That's my update on him. So, and that's all I know. I don't really keep tabs on the guy, but I do wish him the best. Okay. All right. When you getting back on the air? That's a damn good question, Timmy Touch. I think this is me on the air because there's nowhere else to go. There's literally, that scene in Officer and a Gentleman, I got no place to go. That's me. That's me in radio. Cheers. Cheers. But SiriusXM is rebranding. They're rebranding for the future. They're taking the next step. Supposedly they're redoing everything. And you know how they did it? They brought an old guy out to talk about how they're redoing everything at SiriusXM. Good luck to them. And their new logo looks very familiar, right? Doesn't it look like I'm trying to think what logo it looks like. Can someone help me with this one? Is it the starter jackets? Is it whatever. You had to see the new logo. Forget it. When I shut my mouth. But we all thought it was funny that they're rolling out all the new stuff at SiriusXM, and they're reimagining satellite radio, and they're reinventing everything. And they bring out a 70-something-year-old guy and Kelly Clarkson. Two new people in the broadcasting world, Kelly Clarkson and Howard Stern. But they're doing things new and reinventing themselves. So God bless SiriusXM. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers to that. All right. Cooper and O'Neill did at least one O&A. All right. Thank you for that. I want to search that out. And see how that went, because I don't really listen to old Opie and Anthony stuff in general, but I want to check out a Pat Cooper, Patrice O'Neill show that we did. You're starting to sound like that dude with the girl and the shoe polish on his head. I know this is a slam, but I'm trying to figure out what your slam is. You're starting to sound like that dude with the girl. Oh, with the grill. Is it the grill? Okay, you're starting to sound like that dude with the grill and the shoe polish on his head. I don't understand your slam. Oh, man. Thanks for the... put those eyes back on me on TikTok. That's badass. Oh, he's calling me Rudy Giuliani? All right. Good slam, I guess. You got me. I'm going to have a rough day. Yeah, put those eyes back. Sorry, you can't see this. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. But they're putting wacky eyes on me on the TikTok. That's just crazy. Well, Salty, very generous of Mr. Big Spender Ross. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit is the only one that gave me a $5 today. So I've made $5 to live stream for everybody. So I ain't complaining, well, Salty. I'm taking your fives. I'm taking your likes. And that's that. So what else is going on out there in the world today? Did you see Sully land the plane in the Hudson? John O'Reilly. I laugh because I've only told that story no less than 20 times. 20 times. No offense, John O'Reilly. I laugh because there's a bunch of this stuff that I've done numerous times, and when I roll into something that I know I've already done, I just imagine the regulars rolling their eyes like, "Oh, not again!" Simply put, the plane landed right outside my building. Basically, we had an amazing view of it. Unfortunately, I was at the gym and saw it on the TV. And my wife was literally an eyewitness. And that's all I'll say. Because the story is way better than that, but I've told it too many times. I'm trying to, let me see if I can get more light on the talent. All right. Let me see if I can put more light on the talent. That's a little better, I guess. You know, I'm an older gentleman, so I don't mind the shade. I don't mind when all of a sudden I'm not in 1080 anymore. This face is made for like what? 360 maybe? At this point, I'm down to 360. LOL, you are on JFKB? I don't know what that means, Brandy. Stern has stories he's told 500 times. Well, yeah. I mean, when you're a radio guy, you got your go-tos, and then somebody will remind you of something, and then you're like, the job of a radio guy is to just eat up the clock. Just eat it up. You know, like a good football team just grinding it out, where they waste most of the quarter just grinding it out. As a radio guy, you just want to eat up the clock. So if someone sets you up with an old story, and, you know, every time an old story pops into your head, you try to add maybe a couple little nuances, a couple little things, maybe try to tell it slightly different. You know, keeping it accurate, obviously. But you know, I can't fault Howard for having stories he told 500 times because I get that world. Every morning you're on the air for 4 or 5 hours and you just look at that clock and you're just trying to eat up the clock. That's all you're trying to do in the end. I mean, sometimes you tell a quick story and it kills, right? And then you look at the clock and you're like, oh my God, that's only a minute. That's only a minute of the show. Only a minute of the show. Robert Spahn giving me a $7 donation. We go for fivers and likes, but Robert Spahn knows we're a little low on the fivers and likes. So he's like, you know what? Here's my $5 and an extra $2. Robert Spahn. Brother man, quick comedy hits. Thumbs up. I'm thinking of making some extra Christmas scratch by raking leaves or buying cigarettes for under 8. What? Thank you. Don't forget Comedy Quick Hits with Opie, my second podcast, and I'm proud of it. I like it, and I'm hoping I could grow the damn thing. Okay, so look for it wherever you get your podcast. I don't want to turn this off in a little while and see that I got 5 extra downloads by promoting it all morning. So just, at the very least, listen to one episode. If you hate it, good for you. Then delete me. Everyone else has deleted me. You delete me too, then, okay? But at least give it a try. Hollywood Howie sucks. You know what? This might surprise a few people. This is going to surprise a few people. I don't like Howard Stern. That's not a surprise. That's not a surprise. But when you got Keith Richards on your radio show and they're having a lovely conversation going back and forth about life in general and getting old and how it sucks. I saw a couple of clips, which I rarely search out Howard clips, but I'm a huge Keith Richards fan. I loved his book, even though his book was like this thick. But I'm a big fan of the Keith Richards. I'm a big fan that he's still alive because it's amazing what he's been through. But he's admitting how he had to finally stop smoking and doing everything else. And it was a very good conversation. That's what's going to surprise some people. So when people say that Howie sucks, he got Keith Richards. I'm talking to a windowsill. He had Keith Richards on. So for me to sit here and go Hollywood Howie sucks, I think he's a terrible person. I think he did me dirty behind the scenes. I think he did Opie and Anthony dirty behind the scenes. But, you know, if you're getting Keith Richards on your show and it's a lovely conversation that people enjoyed, it's hard to say that he sucks. That's what you get here, unfortunately. You get, like, the honesty. You're going to get me, like, literally complimenting people I don't like at all. That's where I'm a little different than other people. So Howard had Barbara Streisand on, so out of touch for his audience. Yeah, but that's like taking a chance too, man, right? I wouldn't want to listen to her babble, that's for sure. But if he had Barbara Streisand and then Keith Richards, that's kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of impressive. And then, you know, you could have anybody. Well, all right, I'll give you this. So when I was on Sirius XM, like, there are a bunch of star effers over there. They want you to be talking to celebrities. That's all they care about. Get celebrities on all our shows. And that could be good, obviously, especially if the celebrities open up. But a lot of these celebrities don't open up at all, and they're boring as all hell. And my thought is this, and it goes back to the Barbara Streisand. Oh, my God, I would never go, oh, my God, Barbara Streisand is on Howard. I got to tune into this. No. But if the broadcaster, the interviewer is interesting, they can make someone like Barbara Streisand interesting. And this is the argument I always had with upper management. They would be like, we need more celebrities on your show. And back in the day, it was like, they stink. They weren't opening up. Now they have no choice. They have to open up because podcasters and YouTubers are way more famous than a lot of these A-listers. So now they're like, oh, man, you actually got to open up with some crazy-ass stories. So the world has changed in that regard. But my thought always with radio was, it's whether it's an A-lister or a homeless guy, you know, you got to make these people interesting. And a lot of times the homeless guy was way more interesting than the A-lister. So with that said, you know, on paper, Howard Stern talking to Barbara Streisand, yuck. But if he made it interesting, then there you go. There lies the talent. When you can make something like that, when you can make a hunk of shit seem interesting. Opie, Bill Hicks was a great comedian and spoke his mind. Rest in peace. Oh, my God. Bill Hicks is one of the greatest comedians of all time by far. He's in my top 5, the Bill Hicks. He was brilliant. We don't have a Bill Hicks right now. Well, no, I guess we got like who's the closest? All right, let me throw this out to you guys. Who's the closest in the comedy world to Bill Hicks nowadays? Quickly, I would just quickly throw these two names on the wall. I would go Louis C.K. I would go someone saying Bill Burr, Sergeant Jim off the TikTok saying the Bill Burr. I would go, probably like maybe even a Dave Chappelle. Is there anybody else that we would put on the list as far as the modern day Bill Hicks? That's a decent little thought today. Let me scroll into a super chat. If you want to go to the front of the line, you give me a $5 and I will freaking put you on the big screen. I will take your $5, I'll put it in my back pocket, and I will read whatever the hell you want me to read. Mike O'Donnell, ban me. I am pro vajazzle, as many people know. Cheers to Mike O'Donnell for giving me the $5, and cheers that he's a pro vajazzle. All right. All right, then. All right, let me see if anyone got the bill. Good friends with your bro Quinn. All right, I don't know what that means. All right, let me look down here then. Okay, let me look down here. Yeah, no one's coming up. Jim Norton, little Jimmy Norton is a Bill. You funny. You're comparing Jim Norton to Bill Hicks. Are you okay, Tony? Are you all right? You might need to take a COVID test there, Tony. You've lost your effing mind. Mark Maron comes in. All right. You know, Mark Maron had some, I used to like watching the Mark Maron do his stand-up back in the day, for sure. I don't know if you know this, but he leans a little, whoa. He leans a little to the left, but, you know, he knows how to break down some crap that's going on in society. I like the people that break down some of the crap that's going on in society. I just saw Jim Jeffries recently. He's got a bit of Bill Hicks to him as well, I would have to say. What's up, Andy Vollen? How are you, brother? Good to see you. And I'm getting a who is this guy coming in? What's up, Sony? Who are you? Who? Well, I'm going to answer this for the TikTok because, you know, Sony wants to know. I used to be a giant radio star, and then I fell from grace. I've had one of the biggest falls from grace in the history of entertainment. And now I talk to a little over 100 people every morning from my windowsill. Cheers. Cheers on that. Cheers. I think that sums it up. If you want to know the truth. Oh, man, why is he making fun of himself? That's my job. What the F? You see 68 people. No, man, I got over 100 on the YouTube and the Facebook. Then on the Twitter, I usually do. Lately, my Twitter live stream numbers have gone up to 1,200 on average. 1,200. And I got 434 likes on the TikTok. A giant radio star? ? Yes, Chris. We were giant radio stars. Yes, we were. And to this day, the Opie and Anthony catalog is being enjoyed all over the world thanks to YouTube. And I don't get a penny for that. So cheers. Cheers on that. I love the people going on giant. Yeah, we were giant radio stars. Yeah, I'm stroking my own ego. Yes, I'm patting myself on the back. Yes, I am. We were pretty huge. And then we threw it all away. And then we just kind of threw it all away. What's up, Brutal? Wait, I see the Brutal. It's one of ours. Haven't seen you in a while, Brutal. Good to see you. Good morning, Bob Lord. What is Waver saying? I love you guys in the now. This guy says I loved you guys in the 90s. Now, let's keep it accurate. The show went off the air. Anthony blew himself up in 2014, I think, and then I continued for like 2 or 3 years after that. So we made it into the 2020. How do they say it? Remember when it used to be easy? The 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Now it's the 2010s. Would it be the 2010s? We made it into the 2010s. All right. Let's say definitely giant radio stars coming in. Thank you. Do you miss destroying people's personal belongings on the radio? Long live the destroyer. What's up, Chad? Well, I had a reputation for like smashing stuff that people would bring into me. And then what happened was no one would bring me stuff anymore. And, you know, our listeners to this day, badass, cool people, they would really bring in really nice stuff for everybody. And then they would look at me and they would go, nothing for you. That was the other side of smashing stuff, if you need to know the truth. No one would bring me anything nice anymore. Boo. Boo. You still listening to Howard? Not really. Netcom. Not really. I saw that he had Keith Richards on, so I saw a few clips. I don't know. Was it Instagram or TikTok? It was one of them, and I checked that out a little bit. Yeah, but I never really was a regular listener of Howard at all. Howard thinks anyone that does radio or podcasting, they had to have listened to him all the time, and with me, it's just simply not the truth. But with that said, I dipped in. Now it's a couple of years ago. I dipped back into Howard a little bit because I was kind of enjoying some of the interviews he was doing. He's not going to go down in history as the greatest interviewer, by the way. He's good. But let's relax on that. And so I was checking out some of the interviews, and then I tapped out again. But very recently, because of the Keith Richards, I'm like, I want to listen to this Keith Richards thing. So I checked out a few clips. All right. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth, brother. I'm going to tell you the truth. What? But Megan Fox, in her new movie, worth the Google search. You know, one of the greatest pictures ever taken. Do you need to know? You need to know, right? One of the greatest pictures ever taken was Megan Fox with engine trouble. Good God. I saw that picture recently. Oh, good God. I almost S'd myself. Good God. If you know the picture, you know the picture. But that picture popped up recently. I'm like, oh, good God. Poor Megan Fox, side of the highway. She's got engine trouble. She popped that hood, and then she's leaning all the way over to try to figure it out. Good God. Why don't you do a podcast? I do a pod. Oh, my God. I've been doing the Opie Radio podcast for a year. Why do I even bother? Why don't you do a pod? I do two. I got two podcasts, TikTok. One's called Opie Radio, where I'm, kind of changing that up a little bit and turning them into episodes from my hang at Gephardt's Beer Culture with my friends. So I've changed the Opie Radio podcast a little bit. And then I got a brand new podcast called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie, where it's 20 to 25 minutes of just boom, 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 boom. Laugh after laugh after laugh. And it goes really quick, and it's very different. Because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, just seeing what everyone's up to. And it's just like, it's the same nonsense out there. Long form babble. No one seems to be having fun in general. It's just long form babble. Although listening to Nikki Glazer and her severe mental illness is kind of fun, I have to admit. Listening to her and her severe mental illness is kind of fun. That's my opinion, by the way, because I'm no doctor. But the rest of them, it's just long form babble. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do a comedy clips show. So it's called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. And I really, really hope you check it out. It's just a whole bunch of people having fun and just laughing their asses off. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Give us a quick hit. Yeah, I could give you the one I played earlier because I love it so much. I'll play it again as I get another cup of coffee. How about I do that? Random question. Okay, look, I'm also on Twitch. I have 3 listeners on Twitch, and one of them is watching this right now. And he's on the big screen down here, TikTok. And he writes a random question. If you could choose anyone to see get tickled as a prank, who would it be? What a weird question. Well, Megan Fox. Let's cheers. Honestly, I kind of like your question, although I'm not into that tickle crap, but I kind of like your question. So when I think about someone getting tickled as a prank, earmuffs to my fine ladies out there, please. Earmuffs to my fine ladies. I see you. I see you. When I think, who do I want to see get tickled? I'm thinking like Jugs. Because as I'm laughing, everything's moving, right? So you got to think someone with jugs. Is that okay, TikTok? That was a little edgy for you, right, TikTok? A little edgy. Someone with jugs. And now we can figure out who that person is now that we got the criteria out of the way. What's up, king of all diffs? How are you, brother? What's up, Baloney? Opie, my biggest thing I loved you did was release the Anthony Weiner blank pick. He has a new show on WABC 77, New York. I love the guy. Disagree with his politics, but he's good on the radio. He's a very good talker, the Anthony Weiner. Yeah, we did that. But you know what? What I'll say about that is like Anthony Weiner in that picture was going around, and it was going around all over the place. And a lot of people in media saw the picture, but no one had the balls to actually release it. And then Breitbart, another guy that has died, he was on our show and he was showing us, and he showed Anthony like the night before, because Anthony at that point was hanging out with a lot of Fox people. And then he passed the phone around, and we took a quick picture on our phone and said, screw it. And we got it out there. But to be honest with you, that thing was going to be out like the next day probably. And know what's so funny? Barbara Walters, she's no longer with us either. She actually went on The View because we got massive headlines for releasing that picture. And she was so mad that she didn't get the exclusive. And she had to talk about us. She didn't mention us by name, but she was basically saying, I saw the picture. And she was so mad that she wasn't the one that was able to release the picture to the world. I'll never forget that. But thank you, I guess. I say Justin Bieber, as he's be furious and try and act tough. Oh, as far as a celebrity being tickled? Yeah, the Justin Bieber, he's tough, right? He's a badass, right? That Justin Bieber, don't mess with him. He's scary. All right, I'm going to just play it again. TikTok, if the numbers drop dramatically while I get another cup of coffee, I'm turning you off. All right, you can look out my window. Usually this is sort of a show. So right about now, I would play a couple commercials that you would hate. You'd be like, oh, God. But with me, I walk off. I wake up my kids. Oh, my God, I'm late for waking them up. and I get a cup of coffee, and I get back as soon as possible. In the meantime, I'm going to play this thing one more time. For real, guys. I don't get serious much. I really don't. All this is just a stupid goof. I don't even mean half the crap I'm saying. If you want to know the truth, I don't care. I'll turn this off soon and just go about my day. But I'm being serious right now. I got a second podcast. It's called Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. It moves really fast. It's just a bunch of funny people just having a really good time and laughing. And there's like, in a 25-minute episode, there might be like close to 20 clips, and it moves. And with that said, I'm going to play. I got episode 4 out right now. And once again, here's a clip from the latest episode, okay? Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. This is literally the hardest I've ever laughed on the radio or a podcast. And this is going to end before I get back. Just relax. We'll figure it all out. And TikTok, you're going to have to hear the audio through my MacBook. Everybody else is going to hear crystal clear audio. All right, here we go.
Out working one night, and I got home off a gig early, and our place where we lived, the television, somebody rings the bell downstairs, to get in the building, and you could turn this channel on the TV.
What?
and you'd be able to see who was at the door. So I sometimes, for fun, would just kind of go up and down the dials just to see who was walking by the TV or the door, and I'm doing that, and I catch her and this guy right on the thing, and then the two of them just start making out right in front of my fucking door.
Wow.
So
How hard did you get?
I was. I walked right into that one.
You dead, man. You dead. Go check him. He's dead. I don't even want to look at Robert right now. You're dead. My man is dead. And there they were. How hard you get? Boom, 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 boom.
All right. So that's clip from episode 4 of my new podcast, Comedy Quick Hits with Opie. All right. If you like that, there's plenty more where that came from. TikTok, I said if you leave, I'm turning you off. You left on me. Bye. They left on me. I told them if they leave on me, they're done. Hold on, I gotta take this phone out. But you know what? People are like, why are you live streaming on TikTok? It's for kids. Just under 2,000 people checked out the live stream on TikTok. That is not the case with the rest of these social media platforms. So I kind of got to take them seriously. Yuck. All right, let's start wrapping up because I didn't realize how late it was, actually. Let's get to an hour. We're at 57 minutes. Ems, thanks for being the only person watching this on Twitch. Cheers. I gave up on Twitch years ago. I couldn't get anything going. I'm not a gamer or anything like that. But I got a spot for you every morning. All right. I'm going to get up early, do a live show, and play a recording on it. What are you doing? Film, what are you doing? I talked for an hour, and I did play the same clip twice. So in an hour, I played 3 minutes of something. What are you doing? There's something called trying too hard. You're trying too hard. Do you understand me? You're trying too hard. Because unlike other live streams, I'm going to try to do things differently. So if a clip makes sense, I'm going to play a clip. You're trying too hard. Ew. People like you make me go, ew. Hi, doggy. You never come in here. You gotta go to the bathroom. All right, you guys, I got real stuff I gotta do. This was fun. Stop with the effing TikTok. You're a grown man. Oh, King of all dips. Why are you taking a shot at me? Oh my God, I can't abuse King of all dips. I can't. Even if the numbers are fake, I get some action from them. I gotta be where the people are, man. I know it's a young platform, but some of my stuff does well over there. Oh man, I want to rip into you, King of all dips, but you've been with me a while. I'm jonesing. I'm jonesing, but it's King of all dips. It's the King of all dips. Nah, we're good. You know what? We're so good. I'm going to give you a cheers, King of all dips. Cheers. All right. How about you hit the like on the way out, guys? We worked hard here today. I did my hour of work, and then I go back into retirement for the rest of the day. See you tomorrow for an hour. I know you do, King. I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you, brother. Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh damn on that. I want to just make sure the Facebook people are good. But this was a lot of fun. I was going to promote my podcast again, my second podcast, but it doesn't work. The numbers will be exactly the same. All right. Oh shit! You guys gave me some shekels. John Quartz gave me 100 stars. Thank you, brother. Off the Facebook. I made no money off YouTube. Well, I made a couple, right? Did I make a couple? Oh, Robert Spawn gave me the 7. I remember that. Tom Taylor. Thank you, buddy. Roll call. These guys have been with me a long time. Greg Buell. Thank you, buddy. If I see you at Get Parts later, beers are on me. You know that. Paul, thank you. These guys are soldiers. They've been with me a long time, and they just give money every day, and they don't even expect this. But I do this because I want to show appreciation. Thank you, Gail. Greatly appreciate you. And we just went over the 30 likes, just grinding out likes. Oh my God, just grinding out likes. Thanks, Dirty Delish. You have a good day too. All right. All right. What's up, Tommy? All right. Thank you, Tommy. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Brutal. You have a good day. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you in a bit, Brutal. I keep tabs. It was good to see you this morning. All right. I'm going to go. I got to go. Hit end stream. Hit it again. Why do you have to hit end stream twice? It's so stupid.